a cloud communication platform, right? And we're simply in the business of creating connected customer experiences between businesses and their end users, right? And if there is nothing else to take out from here today, just understand one thing. Infobip is about customer engagement and customer experience.
I'm very excited and grateful to Infobip also for giving us this opportunity, because it means that they are aligned with improving the African tech ecosystem, which is what Yabacon is all about. So Yabacon essentially is a tech community, but it's different from your regular tech community. What we want to do with Yabacon is we want to bring different communities together. We want to bring companies together. We want to bring people together who are all interested in tech. And we want to see how together we can push digital transformation across Africa. We want to be able to inspire people to build solutions that solve global problems. Right now, a lot of the solutions that we have in Africa, they solve global problems, but we have the capacity to do so much more. And Yabacon is all about inspiring Africa to harness its true potential when it comes to the application of technology. And Infobip, when we reached out to Infobip and we told them that this is what we want to do. I remember the first time I was having a conversation with Marina and the Infobip team, they were so excited about it and willing to work with us to see how we can bring this to fruition. And this meetup is the first big step in making that possible. So, now of course,
I like to think about the edge as a server. Everybody here knows what servers are, right? Where you deploy your application to. But think of the edge as a server that's geographically located close to the users. The essence of an edge server is that you have servers distributed across the world, and you see why this is actually beneficial for you as developers that are deploying your applications. So instead of having one specific location where your application is deployed to, is now copied and deployed across several different locations. The region becomes Earth instead of region US East or US West. The benefit of this, of course, is that low latency is great. You don't experience slow response time when you try to access a website. Is also be accessible to everyone regardless of where they're located in.
When I was researching this, I thought there has to be a better way to make money with your website. And I stumbled upon this thing called the Web Monetization API. And this is a new API that's being implemented in the World Wide Web Consortium. And the Web Monetization API says you can make money, or your website can be paid by your users for every second they spend on your website. So instead of having an incentive to move users away from your website and into ad buying or into sales process, you're actually incentivized to engage them and keep them on your content on your website as much as you can. The way that looks for users, so once you have the payment pointer on your website, when your users visit your website, there's a little indicator in the browser that says, hey, you're actually paying money to this website. In order to pay money to this website, you need somebody to pay on your behalf. Today you can't pay as an individual, you need to be part of a service that pays websites on your behalf.
And I discovered this very interesting article by Tech Cabal. Can we see it? Yep. It says technology now contributes more than oil to Nigeria's GDP. That should hit hard because for a very long time, there was a time it was agriculture, right? For a very long time, it was oil. But now it's technology. When I explained what Yabacon is, I said we're a community, we're a tech community. But we're different from all the other tech communities that you probably heard of. And the reason is because we are trying to bring together different communities, we're trying to bring together different individuals, we're trying to bring together different organizations that are already part of the tech ecosystem. We want to bring them together to form one large, recognizable entity. What we want to do is we want to create an umbrella entity that is strong enough to provide governance, and drive innovation across Africa with the aim of accelerating technological advancement. We've already seen potential that our technology ecosystem has, and we've seen some of the problems that are threatening us from actualizing that potential. What Yabacon wants to do is we want to bring people together to help us to harness our full potential while we fight some of the problems that threaten our survival as an ecosystem. So that is essentially what Yabacon is. Another thing we want to be able to do is to drive creation and adoption of policies that benefit the ecosystem. We want to be able to establish frameworks that provide regulatory, financial, and technical direction and guidance to the ecosystem. So many people want to get started with maybe a fintech product or project. They don't know the licenses that they need to have. They don't know the things that they need to do, the things they need to put in place to stay on the right side of the law. That's why you have a lot of people that they get started with something and then they run into problems later. So part of what we want to be able to do with this is we want to be able to provide frameworks. We want to there's so many fantastic things happening within the ecosystem where policy and regulation is concerned that can benefit people that a lot of developers, a lot of people in the tech ecosystem are not aware of. So one of the things we want to be able to do with this community is we want to expose these kind of things to more developers, more people, and get them to adopt it. So it makes everybody's life easier. So imagine if we had 100 million Africans as part of the community that I just described, actively pushing and driving for digital transformation in Africa. What do you think would happen to our tech ecosystem? So let me just let that sink in.
An IVR is an automated system that interacts with people, collects information from them, and can also route your calls to an actual call agent. Okay, so an IVR can make a request to your web service. It can get information from there and read it out to you as well. And finally, it can also route your calls to an agent if what your request is becomes more complex than what it's programmed to handle. The very first thing is for you to have an account with Infobip. Yeah, so just like any other solution out there, you actually need to create an account, right? So yeah, you need to have an account. And the next important thing is you need to have a number because your customers need to call something, right? So you need to purchase a number. And this number is not like your, normal SIM card you buy from the network offices. You can actually do this on the Infobip platform, purchase a number, a voice number, because we have different numbers for different purposes.